As an iPhone user, I can confidently say that this phone is amazing. I find myself picking this phone up more times than my iPhone, which is very unusual. The size of the phone is just really, I don't know, I really feel like Samsung really hit the nail on the head with this one. The size is just perfect, and the way that they dialed down the curved edges a little bit from the S22 Ultra is just spot on. It's very nice. The battery life has been amazing. I'm pretty sure it's still learning my usage patterns, so it should get better over time, but I'm getting 2 days out of this thing with quite a bit of usage throughout the day, not like crazy usage. So the standby time maybe could be a little bit better, but I am always running the always on display. I do really like the always on display. I did set a shortcut up here, so if I ever just want to turn it off or turn it back on, it's super easy to do. And that's something that us iPhone users, stuff like that is the stuff that we are not used to having, because Apple does not like you being able to customize the phone for some reason. And I feel like that's a big part of the reason why I've been loving this phone so much, is simply the customization is just so much better. Coming from an iPhone using Face ID, the under display fingerprint sensor is a breath of fresh air. It's so nice just being able to press your thumb up against the screen and immediately be in the phone. Like, it's super fast. I thought I would have more trouble with the positioning of my thumb when I'm trying to unlock it, but surprisingly that has not been an issue at all. And the cameras on this are also super nice. I did have a little bit of trouble trying to figure out how to record 24 frames per second on this thing. Took me a little bit to figure out how, but turns out you have to go into the settings and add pro video and go up to the frame rate and then change it to 24, because none of the other options have 24 frames per second. So I literally almost paid for an app because I couldn't figure out how to record 24 frames per second. I thought this phone only had 30 frames per second, and I was like, there's no way this phone only records in 30. There's no way. And of course I ended up finding it, thankfully, before I spent my money on some kind of app. But yeah, mostly I've been using this phone for Notion, writing scripts, jotting down video ideas and stuff like that. But I will browse Instagram, Twitter, and watch a lot of YouTube on this thing as well. And it's just a nicer aspect ratio and a nicer screen size to view content on than the iPhone. So I've been really enjoying the display in general. Also, for us OCD people, being able to clear all the apps in one press of a button, that's so nice. I know for iPhone, you don't typically want to clear out your apps, and if you didn't know this, for iPhone, you typically don't want to clear out your apps a lot, because Apple has made it to where you use less battery and less power if you keep them on in the background. It's weird. I don't exactly know how it works, but that's Apple. Also, being able to use a pattern. I know this isn't exclusive to the S23 Ultra or anything, but it's just something that I personally find nice coming from an iPhone. So not having to type in a PIN, especially in public. I don't know, I always feel like typing a PIN in, someone might be like watching or something. You put that pattern in, no one's gonna remember that, especially if it's long in any way. No one's gonna remember a pattern. The always on display is perfect. Apple attempted to do the always on display with the iPhone 14 Pro, and yeah, it didn't really work that well at all. With this, you can make it nice and simple with just the time if you want to, or you can put notifications on there too. You can also have kind of a background too if you want it. Customization, it's just being able to customize the phone is just nice, and it's something I'm still getting used to till this day. One of the other really nice features about this phone is being able to actually multitask. So if I'm browsing the web or something and I'm looking through an article and I find something I want to make a note of or maybe make some bullet points about, all I have to do is open a multitasking, pull up the other app like Notion or something, and I can have them side by side. You can scroll each at the same time. Copy and pasting is just really easy. It makes the workflow much easier. And also, I know there's so many things, but having a back button like right here instead of having to stretch across the phone to go back, having a back button down here it's something that every phone should have. Yeah, not really a lot of stuff that I dislike about this phone at all. I know it's only been about a week, but yeah, it's the phone is just, it's really nice. The cameras are nice. I don't find myself using the S Pen as much as I thought I would. I need to start using it more. And also the fidget factor, yeah, that's mainly what I've been using it for, is the fidget factor. It's what it's there for, right? Fidget factor, S Pen, right? I gave animated wallpapers a try a little bit, but honestly, I don't want to have them on here and then not have them on the iPhone because it just makes the iPhone seem so boring. I'm just using regular wallpapers. I'm really loving this phone, and if I wasn't so invested in the Apple ecosystem, I would 100% be switching to only Samsung. Let me know in the comments if you have this phone or if you're thinking about picking it up. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.